Hallo Spieler, which is hello gamers in German. And you guys are probably wondering, and a few guys commented on it, is this going to be a German channel? Well, no, not really. It just happens to be like the brainchild that I thought of, that I think, you know, because every last domain in the world is taken, you could write down, you know, your ex-girlfriend is the worst person in the world, and you know, she licks like toe jam out of your grandmother's feet.com, and it'll probably be like taken. So Das Reviews is pretty much basic. I mean, it's old world. What can I say? But anyway, if you guys don't know who I am SKool Fool. Welcome to Das Reviews, and this is going to be a review channel. It's also going to be a little bit of a comedy channel. We're going to do, like, you know, one-on-one interviews. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff for you guys to look forward to on Das Reviews. And, you know, let's get them started. Let's get started with Das Review, the first review. Alright, as you guys may already know, basically back at E3, I did a lot of research in regards to classic gaming. Since I'm old school, I love old school games and I love classic titles. There was one particular product, actually a line of products, one particular product that I found myself close to, which was the new school version of the Handheld Nomad Genesis, which is, dun-dun-dun, the Retrogen. Now, like I said before, this is not a DNA splicing device. It actually is a follow-up to the Nomad. This is a licensed product. It does have the ability to connect to a TV set. So let's just take a look real quick. Let's unbox this, okay? So it comes in this nice, super sexy, glossy box, and I love this stuff. You gotta love it. Velcro. Ooh. So here you have it. Your little Velcro action. You unbuckle the top. You have this, I don't know, it's like carbon filter, and there's a unit right there. Now I think I showed it to you, you know, just briefly back at the show, but here's the finished product, and this is it. Let's see what else you get in the box. This is basically, you know, this kind of looks like the size of a hot dog bun. I mean, it's really not much bigger than a hot dog bun. You know, the screen itself is about 3 inches, but it's not the size that counts, it's what you do with it. So it comes in a nice box. On the top piece you have your wires. This is the TV outs. It doesn't come in stereo, but you know, these video games didn't support stereo anyway. So you have the one video connection, one audio connection. You have the input jack. And the nice thing about this is, you know, a lot of people were complaining about some of the older handhelds that you tested out with some of the manufacturers. They're like, oh well, you know, you gotta eat up these batteries, you know, how many hours does it take? Well, guess what now, guys? This bad boy has a built-in battery, and it comes with this USB 2.0 charger. So you can just jack this in into your PC, which is the beauty of it. Just jack it in right out the box, no batteries required. And if you see here, here's the connection port right there. So now you're gonna just plug this in, like so, and bam, you're already charging away. So if you can see here, the top is that's where the Genesis cartridge goes. So now it's charging right now via USB and a USB port. I mean, mine's plugged into the PC, but you can use anything. And then it's the Genesis port. Now, once again, it does play Genesis cartridge, Mega Drive cartridges. Now, it hasn't been tested with any of the backwards compatible devices like the transfer carts, the original Sega Genesis, the Master System. I haven't tried that. So if you guys, when I show you guys where to pick these up, you know, if you test it out, totally let us know. All right, and as you can see here, this it's interesting. This directional pad is almost like just a flat circle. Feels almost like a nickel, you know. But it actually feels pretty good. I was testing one out earlier, and it controls fairly well. You figure it, you know, it wouldn't control fairly well because it doesn't have actually a designated like directional. But I guess the underlying inside of it, the directionals are actually very on point. And it's a 6-button layout, so if you wanted to, you know, Street Fighter Fanatics, Street Fighter Championship Edition, it's totally supported. Virtua Fighter, you have the power button here on the side with next. Oh, see, there it is. The beauty about this is actually, out the box, it actually has built-in games. Now, it's not official licensed games that are built in, but there are a bunch of like pseudo games like Curling 2010. I don't know what that is. Air Hockey Maze 2010. There's a random bunch of freeware titles that honestly you'll probably pay for 5 minutes, laugh at, and never pick up again. But we're not worried about the built-in games in this unit. What we're worried about is the compatibility, because back in the day, the Nomad wasn't available. So let's take a look. All right, I got some Genesis games here. Since almost the Halloween time, I'm going to rise from my grave, and I'm going to pop in Altered Beast. Now, I suggest, as you can see, it's a 3-inch screen. You can play it on the screen. It does come with one little. Speaker right here. The speakers really aren't that powerful, and if you put the volume all the way up, because there's a volume button on the side, it doesn't really sound that good. It starts to get kind of garbled. But on the output to the TV, we'll give it a shot. So I'm going to turn off the unit, okay? Because you never want to just pull out a cartridge and do whatever. Put this in here, like so, right down. This is the piece. The jack goes into the left corner, as you can see right here. And let's take a look, shall we? Alright, so here we go. I'm being charged in, no batteries.
Rise from your grave.
Basically, there's the bottom 3 buttons I'm using to control it. So far the emulation, I mean, the chipset on here is pretty on point. Alright, well there you have it. Now, I noticed pretty much all the colors are about on point. And the only thing I noticed with the boss guy is like the shades go a little in and out because he starts to flash a lot. But let's just try another title. Alright, see how this holds up. We'll throw in everybody's favorite, Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, Sonic, here we go. Now what'll happen if you connect it to the TV set, the screen will go out. So it's either one or the other. You won't get both displays. Now, this is a pretty big monitor, so as you can see, obviously things are going to be a little pixelated, but once again, this is an older game. And once again, this is not stereo, so if you want to daisy chain it, or break off the signal and go stereo, you can probably control it. And last but not least, why don't we try little memory of, shall we? Alright, options. You can set options in the game. Control, config, if you really wanted to. ABC, type 2, ABC. So basically ABC is represented on these, so the mappings are correct. You've got to change them. Alright. And the controller actually feels really good, like I said before. Alright, there you have it. It obviously TV's out, do work. Okay, so that's the Retrogen Portable by Retrogen Games. Alright gamers, Once again, if you're a fan of classic games like myself, and you want to show your support for DOS Reviews and myself, don't forget to go to RetrogenPortable.com, where you can pick up all the cool Retrobit game products. That includes the Retrogen, the Firecore system, and the plug-and-plays, all with that Sega Old School Genesis goodness. Alright gamers, once again, I'm SKool Fool, and thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for our next product review. Talk to you guys soon.